Don't call it a comeback. I'm Dan.
Oh God.
Wait, you can't do prov? You left me hanging, man. You no yes and on that. Absolutely no yes and on that.
Fun is over. Get to work.
We've been here for years.
That's the acceptable answer. Well done. Hey, do you want to do voicemails or do you want to help me figure out a way to have my loving wife wear more slutty lingerie? I want my wife to wear slutty lingerie all the time.
I don't think it's comfortable.
It looks comfortable.
I don't know.
What do you wear to bed? Give me your real, come on, let's get to brass tacks.
Llama panties.
No, I want the real deal. Do you wear a bandana to bed?
No, I stopped doing that because when I woke up, I was trying to comb my hair, and then it creates like an indentation into my hair.
It smushes your hair down, yeah.
And then no matter what, I couldn't brush it out. It was like a crease in my hair.
Yeah.
And it was bothering me, so now I
hair crease.
sleep without it.
Okay, all right. So
but
what do you normally wear?
Boxers and a V-neck.
An old man?
Yeah, you dress like my dad. You dress like my dad. You know what my dad would say?
Man.
My dad in heaven right now is looking at you when you go to bed, and he's like, oh, there's a goddamn patriot right there. My dad is happy that that's the way you dress. What do you wear to bed, Sam, if I may?
It depends. It all varies.
Do you wear lingerie?
Not to sleep in.
Then what the hell's it for?
It's for like the presentation.
No. When I was a young boy, every television show and every movie, when you would see the girl going to bed, she would wear a spaghetti strap satin gown to bed. Okay, and that's what I like.
That's a gown.
Look nice.
It's a nightgown.
Look
that's
nice
different.
when you go to bed. Look nice. Don't look like don't.
Well, same applies to you, MFers.
I look great.
What are you wearing? Your old grungies?
I do wear old grungies.
Okay.
I wear just a pair of tidy whities. That's it.
Yeah, that's not sexy.
It's pretty sexy. It's pretty sexy because I've got a.
I know.
I've got a sort of a white, pink, brown potato tattooed thing going on. Like I got like a potato tattoo body.
My Meemaw used to wear like a nightgown. And anytime I saw her at night.
No, but that was like a quilted one. I'm talking about the ones that you can see the nips.
Yeah, like a sexy. Yeah, it wasn't a sexy nightgown.
No.
But it was.
That's what I'm talking about.
It's a nightie.
It was a gown, and it had like lace and like pearls on it.
Pearls, yeah. It's called
like,
after 5.
I was like, doesn't that hurt when you sleep? Like
the pearls, they get used to the pearls.
It's scratchy.
They're hard old ladies. A lot of those old ladies used to work in military hospitals. They're hard. They've seen some stuff. They've had to amputate their husband's leg because of the Nazis. You've never lived, you've had to cut your own husband's leg off because of a Nazi. That's a tougher lady.
Yeah, it's like sleeping in a wedding dress. It's all hard.
Yeah, exactly. But my point is, what my wife wears is just, here's the way I would spin it. She's too pretty to go to bed looking like that. You're too pretty to look like that when you go to. It's the same way I say at the strip club. At the strip club, you're too pretty to be working here.
I know, but I say that to waitresses.
Yeah, you say it at Hooters.
The breakfast place.
Yeah. That's when it's real. You're allowed to say it at Hooters. You can't sexually harass waitresses at breakfast places, but at Hooters, it's encouraged.
I like the old "you're too pretty to be working here" because you're like,
why'd you say that to me? You want to know my embarrassing move? Can I do my embarrassing move?
I am working here.
Yeah, it's kind of an insult. It's like, well, are you going to offer me a job, old man? You're just saying.
I mean, I will, but it's only for like 2 minutes after this lap dance. Sam, can I do my old strip club trick on you? I'll spit my game. My strip club. It's embarrassing.
Do it with me.
Okay, I'll do it with you.
Okay.
It's a better role play. I don't want to pull Sam into our horribleness.
Don't spit anything at me.
Okay, this is me in a strip club. Okay. You have to. What's your strip club name? You need a strip club name.
I was going to say Betsy.
Well, Betsy Ross. She walks out, she's draped in a flag, she's got an old gray wig on. What are you doing, Betsy? Up next on Center Stage. Hold on. Coming up next on Center Stage and dancing to the national anthem is a new girl. Welcome, long booby Betsy Ross, draped in the flag. It's a rag, it's a flag. It ain't no rag, it's a flag, and you never wear it on your head.
Hold on, I do like a very patriotic strip club where everybody.
Should we start a patriotic strip club?
Like Betsy Ross.
Should we start we could call it Betsy's. That's not a bad name for a strip club, right? Betsy's. Betsy Ross's.
I mean, you have a, what's that chick from Alaska? So the
Palin, Nailin' Palin. You have a Nailin' Palin.
Yeah, Nailin' Palin, Betsy Ross.
Yeah, you got a big old Obama in there. Are we doing boys too or just ladies?
Oh, you can have Obama, a sexy Obama.
Yeah, for the ladies.
A no Obama. Well, it leans more right. You know,
well, most of the guys in the Dancing Bear compilations are built more like an Obama than they are built like a Biden.
What's this, a weird female establishment?
Oh, okay,
male
all right, that's
dancing.
fair.
I guess you can do both.
I was going to do both.
That's going to alienate
it's gonna cut into our
crowd.
profits.
Anyway, what do we got here?
Oh, yeah, we're going to do voicemail email. You want to do that?
Hold on. Our guest is calling us.
All right.
Line 2.
Line 2. Okay, we're going to go right to it?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. This is a huge deal. And is this Jim? Hello? Uh-oh. Jim, can you hear us?
Not extremely well, but I can.
Okay. Well, we'll try to talk as loud as we can because this is a really big deal for all of us here in the studio because Jim has probably been a voice I have heard more in my adolescence than any other human being on the planet.
I mean, we'll run through some of the iconic characters that Jim has voiced, but we're talking Winnie the Pooh, Tigger, Pete.
Yes.
Scar, the Tasmanian Devil, Dr. Eggman, Darkwing Duck.
Yeah, and my personal favorite, Savage Dragon, Zummy Gummy, on the line with us right now, and he is going to be at 90s Con, September 15th, 16th, and 17th at the Tampa Convention Center in downtown Tampa, and we would love for you to go see him. It is voice artist extraordinaire Jim Cummings. What's going on, man?
Well, all right. Well, I'm speechless, which is a terrible thing in my case.
Hey, thank you so much for the time. We're a little too excited to talk to you because as we started really digging in, and it started a couple of days ago because your book of your accomplishments, your resume, I couldn't think of the word, is
your book of jobs.
Yeah, your book of jobs is bigger than anybody I've ever seen. And thank you for the time. And I guess my first question would be, have you always wanted to be a voice artist? Is this what you set out to do as a young man?
Well, not always. But when I was 5 years old, that's when I knew. So those first 4 or 5 years, they were a little iffy.
Yeah.
But one day, this true story. I was sitting there with my dad. We were watching the Jack Benny program, and there was a guy on there named Mel Blanc. Yeah. And my dad, and he was doing this famous bit about, so tell me, what is your name? C. And do you blah, blah, blah. Anyway, everything was the answers were all C, Psi, so. And he said, he's the guy who does Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck and Tasmanian Devil.
Yeah.
And I thought, at the tender age of 5, I said to myself, well, he doesn't have to stand in the corner for being a weirdo, I'll bet. I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
So I did.
Oh, man.
And now I don't have to stand in the corner.
It's truly a dream job of mine. And, do you remember, and I think you have a story about this, but do you remember your first audition?
Oh, sure. Yeah, I do. I mean, it was for Dumbo Circus. And I went all out. I made a whole audition tape, and I did 3 or 4 characters on there because I wanted to be the whole cast. I thought for sure I was going to be QT, the big ape, but I didn't get that job. But I got Lionel the Lion, and it was my first job, and it was great because they did. I want to say we did 120 episodes or 100. I can't even remember, but it was. It took a year and a half to get through them, and by that time I had an agent, and I was working in other things, a lot of radio spots, a lot of TV spots, and then bit by bit, the animation started rolling in, and I timed out perfectly because I was there for the Disney afternoon, and I was in literally every single show.
That's absolutely
and some
fascinating.
Of them, I was the title character.
Yeah, and at a time when animation, I would say, was really its golden age. A lot of these are almost Library of Congress type films at this point that are so important to animators. Even now, they go back and reference. It was a golden age. Yes, Tom.
So, Jim, I'm curious.
Oh, it was.
I'm curious to your process when you're coming up with a voice for a character that someone wants you to do. Let's take Pete or Darkwing Duck, or when someone comes to you like, hey, we want you to voice this character, what kind of questions do you ask? Do you need to know, like, the character's background? I'm just curious of what the process is.
Well, it always helps to see a picture of the character.
Yeah.
So Darkwing wasn't particularly big. He wasn't particularly small. So, I made him sort of right there in the middle, the terror that flaps in the night. And
he's the best.
And then you put the personality quirks in there. He's got a huge ego. He thinks he's all about all that in a bag of chips. And I mean, he doesn't have any superpowers. He's just a standard issue duck, but he gets around.
Yeah.
And it's you kind of factor all those things in. And my number one rule is that I don't want it to sound like any other character that I do. That's I don't want to have any bleed over.
That's got to be incredibly difficult considering the amount of work that you've done, and the fact that you are voicing a lot of characters that may be in the same universe. If you're voicing two ducks, I would imagine that's pretty hard to go, well, I got to give a duck A and I got to give a duck Z because they have to be different. Is that difficult for you?
Yeah, well, the fact is I was Darkwing and I was also Negaduck. And Negaduck, it was kind of easy. They just basically said it's Darkwing as an evil bad guy. So I just lowered his voice and made it more gravelly and that type of thing, right? So, and
that's crazy.
And it was, it's kind of not a no-brainer, but it was that simplified it, Basically evil Darkwing.
That's crazy good, man.
Jim, of course we have to ask you about Winnie the Pooh and how you came up with the iconic voice we all know, Winnie the Pooh.
And also, I got to piggyback on that, is it scary to do a character that is literally, like, Winnie the Pooh's up there with, like, Mickey? Like, that is a big, that is a cultural icon, right? So is it scary to do that?
Yeah. I never thought of it that way, but now it is.
Now you scared him.
Ruined it for me.
I'm an anxiety guy.
No, but as long as I've got a smackerel of honey, it shall be just fine.
Oh, Smack.
Wow.
I have chill bumps right now. Man, like...
By the way, you guys can hire Jim on Cameo, and he'll do these voices for you.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
That's true.
Yeah.
Do you like doing the
That is
cameo?
very true.
Do you enjoy doing that?
Yeah, I've got like 5 or 6 waiting for me right now when I hang up. So, yeah.
That's awesome, man.
How many cameos do you do a day, Jim?
Oh boy, it depends. But a few every day. At least 3 or 4 a day.
That's awesome.
And,
So if you have a kid
I like
or
doing
anything
it.
that's like obsessed with one of these characters, you can have a personalized video from
That's
the character.
insane.
Yeah.
And not from somebody that just does the
Right.
voice, from the voice.
voice.
Because there is a difference, man.
Yeah.
There really is a difference. And I'm sorry if we're jumping all around, but again, we are super excited to talk to you. One of the things that Sam and I were kind of nerding out on is the fact that I never knew this. In fact, today was the first day I realized this. In the film The Lion King, there's a song sung by Jeremy Irons. And it's one of your favorite songs, Sam. I'll kind of let you take it from here if you don't mind.
Well, I don't really have a question.
Well, I was going to say, how did it come about where Jeremy Irons is singing the what's the name of the song?
Be Prepared.
Yeah, Be Prepared. So Jeremy Irons
Be Prepared.
he's singing Be Prepared. Can you tell us a little bit about the story of what happened there and how you kind of had to come in and save the day?
Well, Jeremy is an incredible actor, but a lot of actors don't sing and a lot of singers don't act, and I can't do either, so they let me do both. So I think that made almost some sense, but probably not.
It did.
Anyway,
You can sing, man. You can sing.
Well, thank you. Well, I've been known as a singer. I was the lead singer for the California Raisins, and a lot of different things. And so they kind of knew that Jim's over here, and he does pretty good impressions too. Blah blah blah. So basically, Jeremy never even says the words "Be prepared." Every time the title comes up, it's me, and then I pretty much close out the whole song after he does all the talking. By the way,
Right.
Oh,
I should say that.
Gotcha. But you do the singing.
Yeah, I mean he's a no. We're gonna kill him. Simba too. He was, and you just take that voice and you start singing. And I know it sounds sordid, but you'll be rewarded. And at last I am given my due. Ha! And you always have to laugh, by the way.
That is
When
just
you're a bad guy,
How do
you have to laugh at the end of the song. Like for Anastasia, I was Christopher Lloyd played Rasputin.
Yeah.
And he does not sing, and he jokes about it. I see him every now and then, and he goes, "Boy, I sounded pretty good," and yeah. And so I sang that big Andrew Lloyd Webber, Phantom of the Opera song, "In the Dark of the Night." Ba 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 ba.
Has there
So I
ever?
guess I'm kind of,
Has there ever been anybody that you've been asked to maybe come in and duplicate or like
or
assist?
sing for them instead of
and you can't do it? I mean, has there, because it sounds like you pretty much can do anything you want.
yeah, no, knock on wood, that hasn't happened yet. But
you can do
like
it
I say,
all.
knock on wood.
Yeah, but it's crazy to think that, at the 11th hour and just being at the right place at the right time or working with Disney so much that they kind of know, it feels like they kind of know that they can go to you to do a lot of different things and that you're sort of a Swiss Army knife in the voice world in that you can do all of that. Like seriously, I had no idea that was you singing. I just found that out today and it like literally blew my mind that you have such a good voice. Not only a good voice of singing, but a good voice singing in character, which I think is a lot
Right,
different.
because you have to mimic the voice actor and then imagine what that would sound like as a
Yeah.
singing voice.
Correct.
Yeah.
So
Right. Well, I've been singing for a long time, so it all comes fairly naturally.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun too. It's Justin Arnell says it's the most fun you can have with your pants on.
There you go. Hey.
Jim, I'm just curious if there's any particular character or voice that you like doing the best.
Well, I'll tell you, Darkwing Duck's way up there. And more lately, more recent, it'd be Hondo Ohnaka from Clone Wars, Star Wars Clone Wars,
Wow.
and Rebels. He's one of my favorites for sure.
And they use your voice in the ride as well, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So cool.
They sure do.
That's got.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Have you visited and heard yourself and gone through the whole process?
Oh, sure. Yeah, yes, indeed. I mean, believe me, I knew all about it, step by step. And it's an awesome ride. It really, really is. And the walk up, while you're standing in line, there's all these little tidbits that little Hondoisms that pop up, and I won't spoil it for you, so you're gonna have to go and see it yourself. But it's a lot of fun, and there are, you're riding in the Millennium Falcon, for crying out. What else do you want, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, well, I mean, we're running out of time here,
We
but
are.
again, if you want to see Jim, if you want to, meet him, get an autograph, see a voice, see a living legend right now, and get a little piece of your childhood back, you can see him at the Tampa Convention Center in downtown Tampa, September 15th, 16th, and 17th. Jim, thank you so much, and if you're ever in Orlando or something, we'd love to get you back in here, okay?
Sounds good. I'll keep you posted.
All right, man, we will indeed. Take care.
All right.
See ya.
I appreciate it, guys. Be well. Bye-bye.
Thanks,
what a
Jim.
nice man. I always cut him off. I always cut them off every single time.
Unfortunately, we got to get out of here now.
Yeah. I'm glad we at least got
Yeah,
to do it.
yeah.
I was scared that wasn't going to happen.
I'm
But
looking
we're-
at this 90s con. I might go.
Yeah, how
yes.
dare he interrupt me trying to get my wife to wear better lingerie?
We will see you tomorrow.
All right. We did it.
I'm glad that worked out.
Yeah, it was hard. I felt like I was screwing it all up.
No.
Where?
That's Wednesday 4. And then we have an hour until we have Alina. So do you want to take your break so you can prepare? Do you want to record something else?
Let's do at least like a quick 15
for Wednesday 1 or 2?
for Wednesday 2.
Okay.
And
We
we'll
can
just
go
do
back
a
to
weird
the
job
or
at the beginning.
we can go back to the emails and voicemails.
Yeah.
We didn't do them really.
Pretty much the entire Boy Meets World cast is going to be here.
Topanga?
Halloween Town. Yep, Topanga's going to be there.
I mean, that's really the cast, right? Nobody cares about the rest of that.
The Little Mermaid voice actress is going to be there.
Whoever came up with that's brilliant in the fact that it's just a moneymaker because everybody's that's nostalgic about that
Melissa
has
Joan Hart.
a little money to put. Everybody's
Yeah.
in middle age
I'm
now.
doing 2020 con.
The
and
whole
it's
cast of
Island
Sabrina
Boys.
the Teenage Witch.
I've got Island Boys. I've got all the influencers that no one cares about now.
We can talk about
Half
Island
the
Boys. all
Backstreet
we want.
Boys.
They have French fry hair now. And they're
Wendy
gay.
for-
They're
Wendy
gay.
from the Wonder
They're gay
Years.
trolls.
What, no, they're kissing each other.
No, did you see the new one?
No. Oh, let's
Okay.
talk about
Yeah,
it.
we can talk about it.
'Cause I still follow them on TikTok,
I
and
do
I'm
too.
like, what are you
TLC.
doing?
Oh, they're
Island
the
Boys?
best. They're way better now that they're gay. Then they're not really, but all right, you ready?
Yeah.
I'll bring us back. This is a bring back, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
3, 2. Welcome back to a corporate time. We got to do it. We got to do what the Island Boys are doing because it'll boost our numbers.
We start kissing each other.
We got to be gay trolls. You have to be a gay troll. They're trolling. They're not gay, but they say they're gay, and then they make out with each other's and their brothers. And then did you see the one video where they're in the kitchen and Kodiak Red is down on his knees, and let's just say there's a there's simulation, right? And they blurred it, and people were like, "What? That's your brother!" People were like, "What? What?" Like people were like there were people throwing their phone across like the room because they thought that the Island Boys were having sex and they're brothers. This is what people will do for fame. This is what influencers will do.
Because they're trying.
You have to
whatever-
do. Yeah, you got to stay popular.
Yeah.
You
And
get a
they're-
haircut. They all got haircuts like Murdoch from what's that band? The Gorillas. You know Murdoch and Gorillas? The band Gorillas. Murdoch. They all got the Murdoch haircut. Then now they have French fry hair. They have yellow French fry hair. They were kissing each other, sucking each other's tongues, and then they did
Oh.
simulated the thing with the mouth.
Wasn't one of them like
Fly
sick or
Fly
something?
Soldier. Fly Soldier was sick.
He had a
You got to know
seizure or
their name.
something?
If you're gonna really follow them, you got to know their names. It's Kodiak Red and Fly Soldier.
So
And they're
I don't know why, because it's the
we
most.
got to start gay trolling. If we
waste
started
of-
sucking each other's tongues and making out,
It's the most waste of time that I do in my life, which is
but you do
look
it a
at
lot.
TikTok.
You do it a lot. You and Mike from Mike's Weather Page are straight up addicted to TikTok.
And and I follow the Island Boys, and then I'm just looking
How do you
at
not
it,
follow them?
and
I
it's
don't
it's
follow.
nothing.
Oh, you got to follow them. It's great.
It's horrible. It's nothing. It doesn't make any sense.
It's everything.
It's
nothing and everything at the same time.
I've the videos I've been watching lately is like apparently.
Have you seen
they're
them
in a-
nude?
They're
They're
always,
nude. Have you seen their OnlyFans? They're nude.
Are they nude?
Big Island Boys. I'm saying big
They're-
Island Boys.
They're always
big.
fighting with the people that follow them.
They're-
Like at all times, they're fighting.
Yeah, you
the
gotta hate
followers.
your audience. You gotta hate your audience.
And then the new one I watched was their audience is saying that they can't ride their 4-wheeler that
Yeah,
they bought.
they're mad.
And they have like a 600cc Raptor, like 2021 Raptor. He gets on it with sandals, like socks, sandals, slides, and no shirt, and long Gucci pants.
Why did I Google this?
What'd you Google?
I found the OnlyFans video.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
I don't even want to describe what I don't think I can describe what I
No,
just.
is that the brothers?
I just
is that in the
opened up.
kitchen? It's in the kitchen, right?
Describe it using cartoons.
Yeah. Describe it.
Well, he
Yeah.
did the
He blew up the balloon.
couch spread him.
I didn't
on
see
himself.
that one. I didn't see it.
And then he simulated wiping in between with his fingers.
Oh, we
No,
can't
you can't say that.
Well, you told me to.
What? The cartoon never even mentioned that
I've never
analogy.
seen a
He
cartoon
looked
do
like
that.
a cartoon.
I've never seen
That's
that one.
using cartoons.
He does that. He does the couch and he does the.
He did a credit card swipe to himself.
No, I did. I only saw a picture of him standing, and I was like, "That's a big island boy right there."
Oh my God, what have I done?
So then he takes off with the rapper.
Does he
or
fall
the
off?
raptor.
Does he fall off?
No. And then he's like, see, I could change gears because I guess their followers are yelling
they're
at him
just
that he
ruining
can't.
the transmission on the bike.
Yeah. And then he almost flips over, which is funny. So then he comes
Can
back.
I play this, or is he talking? He's probably cursing.
No,
right?
you can play it. And then he comes back, and he obviously has done a poor job, and it's ridiculous. Like, he doesn't know what he's doing. And then he's like, see? And then I'm like, do you know what you're doing, Island Boy? Are you doing it on purpose, or is this real? And that's what I'm fascinated with. Like, does he realize why everybody's watching this, like me, to watch the train wreck and to watch how, like, obviously seemingly stupid they are and oblivious to reality.
I mean, they
and,
are.
like,
We know they're stupid, right? That's confirmed.
But if they're doing it on purpose, they're not. You know what I'm saying? They may be, uneducated.
Doing
but
what on purpose?
like,
just living their lives?
No, like doing.
Here, I'm gonna put. Here, is this the video? Oh, hold on, that's the wrong one.
I think they can be dumb and trolling.
But then if you're doing it on purpose and that's
this
why
it?
your content is still out there popular or still has followers.
Is this them jumping a dirt bike into the
Oh, yeah,
Oh
one of
my
them
God.
crashed. And they keep crashing on it. Like they're in some Miami backyard. And anyway, but I'm like,
This is what you used to do. You're jealous of the Island Boys because you were the original Island Boy.
But they know what they're doing. It's like Jackass, when they get into a shopping cart and push each other down a ravine, they know they're going to crash.
Yeah.
So they know they're purposely playing these characters, or is this them real?
No, they're not.
Do they really believe they're cool? Do they know they're a joke?
I think I can answer it. I think they really believe they're cool. But they also do the jokes because they know that fuels the popularity. Somebody has told them, like, look,
you got to keep doing.
You got to keep doing the stupid stuff and not care about the hate. And they're like, okay. And they're like, if you keep doing that, you'll get money.
Okay,
I think it's kind of like Whoa Vicky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is like I find her very attractive for some reason. I have a mental problem. Like for some reason, I almost want to subscribe to her OnlyFans. Whoa Vicky. Are you a fan of Whoa Vicky?
I don't know. You have to
You'd
explain.
probably know her if you
I'm
saw
sure
her.
I saw her on TikTok at one. I don't know the people's names.
I mean, she's the
usually.
female version of them, basically.
Sort of, yeah.
She got like tattoos and
No, she's more like traditional, like I would say like a traditional trash person that speaks very like urban.
At one point, she started using the N-word because
Yeah.
she said in a DNA test she had a percentage of
Sure.
African in her.
Yeah.
So she's okay using the N-word. It's a
Yeah.
white girl.
I
know.
grew up with
like
people.
that.
Yeah, I do too.
Sure you do.
I do too. I grew up with people.
I like people that claim that.
Yeah.
I don't like
Yeah.
using that word. I'm just saying I like the
grew-
fact that she is claiming
I
that
grew-
because it's more entertainment.
I grew up with people that would say that because most of their friends are black, that they can say whatever they want because their friends are black.
Oh yeah,
That's a thing.
Well, in the '90s,
Yeah, it was a thing.
People threw around that word, and it was not.
But anyway, she was
Miami.
doing that, and now she's like she just kind of looks like every other influencer now. You know, like big ass and crazy like gowns and jewelries and cars, and yet it all ends up becoming the same stuff, right? It all ends up becoming, look, we're wearing designer clothes. Look, we have a designer car. Look, we have a compound. It all becomes that.
And then everybody's just curious to why
Yes.
they have all this.
Well,
and
we're
they're
jealous
just-
of it in a
you're just-
weird way. I
you're-
mean, I'm not, but, money, I mean, everybody looks at the money and says, wow,
Yeah.
what would it be like to do that?
And they think the job is just them.
What would it
acting
be
a
like to
fool
be
or-
able to use the N-word on Instagram? No, I'm just kidding. They don't say that.
I'm super curious to just how much money are the Island
So you don't want to
Boys-
start kissing me to see if we can, give this thing one more last run? If we did an OnlyFans where we were doing the couch spread, we were kissing,
I
don't think it would move I don't think it would move the needle. People don't want to see that.
Well, the percentage of audience that does, the problem is they have a huge audience. So even if 1% of
But
the
it's a
audience is
casual
curious,
audience.
but it's so much that 1% of that is gigantic.
Have the Island Boys...
1% of our audience is not enough to make it worth spreading it.
You're quantifying, Tom. What is the number of younger men that have adopted the look of the Island Boys because they're super fans of the Island Boys?
I don't know, because most of the
How
people
many-
following them know they're ridiculous.
But there is a very small percentage of them that want to be them.
They may want to do what they're doing because they're like them, but I still think they're looked at. Maybe they're just
They're
like,
a
well, if
joke.
you're famous, then that's all.
That's
That's the
kind of
whole
where
point.
we're at now, right? Is if you're famous, you're famous. It doesn't matter.
You've achieved your goal.
Well, we're kind
It
of
doesn't
there
matter
now.
what you do
We're
or
kind of
what
there
people
now,
think
right?
about
like
you.
there are people that are famous and they're like bad people, right? And
Yeah.
those people usually say like it doesn't matter. Who cares?
Yeah, and they're famous because people almost hate watch them or watch them and laugh at them. They're sideshows, right? The Island Boys are sideshows. They know that, and that's what makes me think they're smarter than they appear because they keep producing the same ridiculous nonsense
I don't
content.
think they're smarter.
Fly Soldier says, we're both straight males and kissing is not counted as a sexual act and that it's been boosting their OnlyFans subscriber count.
Yeah, it's all trolling. I just want to reiterate, I know that. Before you email me and say, hey, man, they're just trolling. Yeah, I know.
But they really kiss each other.
They really do kiss each other.
I've seen them do that.
And they really did simulate things with, things. And you can go find it. And when you watch it, it's just as shocking when you simulate it, by the way.
Yeah.
I can't imagine ever, hey, Dad, you want to simulate this for views?
Yeah,
can't imagine doing that.
You know, I've had a brother, and me and him kissing each other would be weird.
I would watch that, though. But if you guys had an OnlyFans,
I don't think I'd do that.
But some people are into that, i.e., why there's a whole subgenre of incestual stuff.
Yeah, but that's known.
That's stepsisters, Sam.
Yeah.
And that's totally fine.
That's just legal.
That's just a couple.
That's not blood.
That's just
One
a couple
step away.
It's just a couple of siblings
step
sharing
away.
each.
That's a huge step. The blood related and legally.
They kiss.
It's a
kiss
two-step.
their brother.
Yeah, but
Tommy and Max kiss.
No, not on the lips.
No, not on the lips.
But
Do you still kiss your boys on the lips?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Now they eventually will not want to do that anymore.
Yeah.
But
you
I
gotta
always
fight them.
want to
You
kiss
gotta hold them
on the
down
lips.
and kiss their lips.
Although that's different. The mother-son, that's different than siblings. Like siblings.
I see brother and stepsister all the time.
No, well, no. Well, the stepsister is that
doesn't count.
Blood related is gross.
Right. Stepsister is porn. We know that.
Yeah.
That's the equation.
And even in the taboo world, where even if it simulates blood relation, you know it's not real.
Yeah.
Like your brother's not black.
But isn't it weird?
You're a young white girl.
Isn't it weird to simulate that though?
That's what makes it taboo.
Yeah, all of it's weird.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is there's also some people that are into this taboo thing too.
That is.
I didn't say you were.
It's weird. It's weird to be into an actual brother, like a blood sibling. Although people are into it with girls, I guess it's the the twins.
Yeah.
Thing.
That's a whole thing.
Has been a thing for a while.
I haven't seen that. The twin thing, it never goes where I think it's gonna go.
Didn't you have some twins on the old radio show?
Hold on a second. They were doing a bit of the Island Boys trolling before it was trolling, where they made out with each other, but they didn't enjoy it and they didn't want to do it. They were destitute.
That's what Island
okay,
Boys
hold
are.
on. I'm gonna say what it is.
They're destitute
They were
hillbillies.
destitute hillbillies that wanted boob jobs, right?
Yeah.
That's why they did it. They came on a hillbilly radio show. Like they came up there. They're like, "Hey, we're hillbillies. We're from out in Florida Sticks, and we're coming to Orlando, the big city, to kiss each other on the radio show, so we earn the free boob job."
Yeah, but the radio show wanted them to do that, and
well, we
the
did
audience,
not want them to do it.
Yeah, but the
I was
audience,
there. I wanted them to do it. Not
I was
because
part of the
enjoy
audience.
that. It doesn't turn me on, but I'm like, this is something people will be shocked by. Sure, do it.
Yeah. But it's less for what I guess is totally hypocritical because in the girls' side of things, we're like. The stereotype is they're like, oh yeah, two twin girls kissing each other.
Two twin boys, like are men, you don't want them to make out?
Well, it would seem weird to me.
My dad
weird.
My dad had an identical twin brother, and I can only imagine how I would have felt as a young man if they were like, they're like, this is just for views. And my dad.
Don't you not want people to see this? Like, no. This is what we do.
My dad's like,
we're
gonna be Dan Lee. We're gonna be famous when I make out with my brother.
I wonder how much they're making on their own.
Not a lot.
That's
not as much as you think.
It probably isn't that much, but it's more than we like.
It's enough to buy a 4-wheeler.
Yeah. A brand new, they're
that's
8,900.
Yeah, I mean, if every month you can get 4,000 in 2 months, you could buy a couple of nice 4-wheelers.
Maybe if you get the 2021, it's 2023.
Yeah.
You know, that you
talk to Kirby and knock
get it
500 off, knock the dealer fee off.
Yeah, you get it for 62.
Between May and July of this year, they raked in $389,000.
Whoa!
Oh my God!
That's
you want to make out? You want to make out?
I will never get that because we built their empire.
Let's get face tattoos and French fry hair.
The crazier you get, the more the internet will
I've been wanting to do that.
Watch you.
But everything I want to do, my wife won't let me do. Went to the doctor yesterday. She nixed the testosterone, so I'm not getting that.
Hold on.
My wife won't let me get a face tattoo. My wife won't let me get a neck tattoo.
I got it. First, you divorce your wife, right?
Wow, that's the easy part.
And
She'll
then
take like a lot of what I have, though.
Then
I don't even know what I have.
Well, that's fine.
That's going to be a problem. If we get a divorce, it's all going to go to her because I don't even know what I have.
We'll rent this
Somebody's
house
already
out.
up there.
Well,
They finally got
Stomp
the
crazy.
They finally got the stink. I think the guys are up there replacing every board in the floor because that old lady oozed through the slats.
we'll rent the studio apartment in the back for you.
That's
you
what
can
I
live
want.
there. And then
You just want me close so I can edit faster.
we'll
like
get
a slave.
You have to stop taking your medication, start drinking heavily
Okay.
again.
Yeah, okay.
And then I'll bring in some more, drugs. And then we gotta get
Kratom.
you
I want to get the Red Sumatra.
Red Sumatra. We'll get, and then we'll see how crazy you can get. And
Okay.
we'll get your tattoos all over your
I
face.
want all over my face.
Yeah.
All over my face.
Yeah. And then we'll start producing content.
I want
and
the eyelid tattoos. Have you seen those?
what's on there?
You
Like,
can do whatever you want. Like for you,
You put actual eyeballs, so when you're sleeping, it looks like you're awake.
No,
Everybody knows
no,
that.
Tom would do money signs. So when you close your eyes, your clients see money signs. That's cool, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, money signs would be pretty cool.
Does it wear off like the inside
No,
of your lip?
it does not
okay.
wear off. yeah.
Okay.
Not a lot of friction on the old eyebrows. or
Also, seems
the
like
eyelids.
the tattoo gun would pierce right through your skin.
you got to have a
your-
light hand.
Yeah,
I need a guy with a light hand.
Yeah, and then you'd start stabbing your eyeball through.
Yeah. People
your,
get their eyeballs tatted.
Yeah, I guess you're.
People
I
get
guess
their
you're-
eyeballs tattooed. You know?
But you'd have to look up while you're closing.
You know what
your
I
eyes.
wanted on my face?
So
I was
just-
going to get it right here on the side of my eyes. Like, I want a paw print of a little puppy. I want Dansby's paw print on my eye.
You should get that. It's the start of it.
Yeah, that's super
when you start
crazy.
getting face
'cause
tattoos.
I love him so
yeah,
much.
Yeah.
And people will go like, why do you have a face tattoo? I was like, that's my dog's paw print, shrunk down teeny tiny. It's his actual paw print on my face. And they're like, that's permanent? And I'm like, yeah. They're like, that's crazy. What are you, some sort of gay troll like the Island Boys? And I'm like,
That's
not
what we
yet,
need.
but if Tom will start making out with me, I will be.
That's what we need.
I've been telling you, I'm all for it.
We have to start making a run. Because
know.
I'm about to run.
no. I mean, we need to get to the next
One
level
more
here.
run, and I'm telling you, the fake gay Tom and Dea, like gay the whole time. We
All
start
right.
making out.
Well, we got a couch.
we got a couch.
Sam's got to take the pictures, though.
Oh.
It's a real
We'll have
bad.
Tracy do it. She's tougher. Tracy's
I
seen some
wouldn't use
stuff.
the word tougher.
Well, Tracy's seen some stuff. Like actively puts herself in bad situations. I feel like you don't.
You'll take the pictures, right?
no,
It's
she
not-
won't. She won't be a part of any of it.
No.
You'll
I don't
be
even want
cut
to do
into
that.
the
I don't
wealth.
even want to do that to her husband.
What wealth?
I don't want to do that
The
to her
wealth
husband.
comes later.
Tracy will do it because I feel like Tracy actively puts
Tracy
herself.
is beaten down.
She
by
puts
people.
herself in bad situations.
Yeah, she does. we need that.
She volunteers for bad situations.
Yeah.
We need that.
I think she asked me to go to Deltona and pick somebody up, and I was like, no.
We need 3 bad situation volunteers. If you're out there, send us an email. All right. We will be right back.
That was a stupid segment. I liked it. All right. Are we
That's
done?
it? Yep, that's it.
Well, until 2:30.
Yeah, we'll be back.